Hello Power Rangers Lightning Collection fans, and welcome back to Lightning Storm, the series where lightning always strikes twice as we talk about everything that has happened in the past week for the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. Now after a relatively lackluster month of news in January, we are kicking off our first episode of Lightning Storm in the month of February with some actual news coming soon. We didn't actually have a lot of news this week to talk about, but things are, the rumor mill it's turning again, things are going to be happening soon, so let's go ahead and get right on into it. So before we get into our main thing to discuss this week here on Lightning Storm, we do have some cool things to touch upon in relation to Whalen Artwork again. He's been updating his sites once again, and if you know what he does on there, he basically just posts the full renders of the box artwork, the beautiful illustrations that he does for the side and the front of the boxes. And he uploaded 5 pieces of Lightning Collection artwork from some of the 2020 releases this past week, including the full art render of Dino Thunder White, the Walgreens exclusive figure that was rather infamous in 2020 for certain issues, as well as also uploading for, I didn't even think he was going to do these ones actually, but he uploaded the Spectrum versus PAX artwork, but specifically the Spectrum variants of them. So he had already uploaded the regular version of the In Space Red and Astronema 2-pack. He's yet to upload the SPD Blue A Squad and B Squad 2-pack ones, but he did upload their Spectrum counterparts, so you can check those out on his website or on his Twitter account. He also tweeted them out there as well. So I always love when he updates the sites. I can't wait to see him update with some of the other stuff that isn't quite up there yet. But it's always a treat when we get to see these full artworks. So Tom, I know you said you've watched the series before, so if you're watching this episode, huge shout out to you. Keep on doing what you're doing. You're doing some fantastic work, and I can't wait to see how much awesome art we get from you here in 2021. So thank you for doing that, and I can't wait to see what else we have from you. Now we go on to our main topic of this week, and that is the fact that the rumor mill is turning once again when it comes to when we are getting our next Lightning Collection announcements. So this is going to be very similar to what happened the last time that we got Lightning Collection announcements. So if you're not keeping track, or if you need a bit of a refresher, the last time we had any official Lightning Collection news from Hasbro was on December 10th, Thursday, December 10th, 2020, when Wave 8 was officially revealed on their Twitter account. So there hasn't been a Fan First Friday event in quite a long time. The last time we had one of those was on Friday, October 30th, and it really didn't even pertain to Lightning Collection all that much. It was more Dino Fury focused, which was fine. But they had basically the only thing Lightning Collection on that day was the pre-orders for Versus Packs and Monsters Wave 1, so you could at least do that. Now, leading up to the December 10th Wave 8 reveal that we had in December, we had talked about on Lightning Storm for almost a month prior to that, to be honest. Rumors and little hints from JC over at Toy News International was saying to keep your calendars marked for December 10th, and that ended up panning out. And if you follow JC on Twitter or you check out his YouTube videos at Toy News International, you might have seen either this clip or this tweet.
But I just want you to mark your calendar. If you're a Power Rangers fan, mark your calendar for next Friday, the 12th. We should be getting some Hasbro Power Ranger reveals there. And I don't know exactly, I don't know if it'll be a live stream. Hasbro's yet to announce an official live stream or anything for next Friday, but it's certainly possible they might go that route. I don't know, but I do expect there to be some official reveals for Power Ranger stuff next week.
So Jay is once again telling Power Rangers fans to mark our calendars for Friday, February 12th. Now, since that is a Friday, I'm going to assume that it would be a Fan First Friday event. I can't see why they wouldn't market it as that, especially since this one will actually be on a Friday. Since he was completely correct about the December 10th date in terms of Lightning Collection news, I don't see why this one wouldn't pan out as well. And I had already been theorizing that we were getting a Fan First Friday or something in February because it's time to reveal some stuff. It has been a decent amount of time since our last reveal, and basically we got to get those pre-orders going for stuff that comes out in June. So I would have to imagine that we are going to get a Fan First Friday on the 12th. I don't see why that wouldn't be happening. And I would also imagine that this would probably be the most likely place, or at least as of right now, up on the horizon, the most likely place for them to reveal Lightning Collection Wave 9 and Monsters Wave 2. since those come out on, or they're slated to currently, June 1st. Now, obviously that could change. I would actually be expecting a potential like July 1st release on Pulse and maybe June 1st at other places or something like that. That wouldn't surprise me, since Wave 8 is doing something where they have April listed on Pulse but March 1st listed everywhere else. So that could be kind of something that we get going on here with those waves. And of course, if you need a refresher on those real quick, Wave 9, we already know a decent amount of the contents of it. We know for sure that Lost Galaxy Blue and SPD Green are going to be part of that wave. We're pretty confident that In Space Black is going to be part of that wave, the one that was pushed from Wave 7 over to Wave 9. And then our fourth figure we know is something from Zia, but we still don't know what it is. There's a slight chance it's yellow. I don't think it's yellow anymore. I think it could be a cog. That is currently my top contender, although it might not be that at all. And then of course for Monsters Wave 2, we already know where we're getting iGuy and Piranha's Head. So those are all slated for June 1st. On different websites and on that list of listings from January and all that stuff. So I would say that if there is Lightning Collection news, which, I mean, granted, it's not guaranteed that the Fan First Friday would include Lightning Collection news, but I don't see why it wouldn't. Lightning Collection has been a key part of literally all the ones that they've done so far, so why wouldn't that continue to be the trend? So I would say that this is our best and earliest chance of seeing Lightning Collection Wave 9 and Monsters Wave 2. So hopefully that does pan out here, and of course in classic Fan First Friday coverage fashion, if we do in fact get a Fan First Friday, hopefully it's one of the live streams and not just a Twitter drop. But even if it is a Twitter drop, if they say something about a certain time or something, I will be doing a live stream reaction here on the channel. That will more than likely count as next week's Lightning Storm episode. Instead of doing one on Saturday, it would be on Friday, since it would be kind of redundant to react to all the news on the Friday and then just talk all about it again on Saturday. But we'll probably do what I usually do, which is like a live stream reaction and then like a follow-up later on that day. If that is what ends up happening on the 12th, then I hope it does, because I always like doing those reactions with my friends and seeing everyone in the chat and everything. So hopefully that does end up panning out. So thanks to JC for giving us that heads up so we can prepare for that or get excited for that or whatever you need to do to get ready for February 12th. And hopefully it does pan out to be a Lightning Collection Fan First Friday of some sorts, because that'd be pretty cool to have right now. And that's our main topic of this week. And a slight bit of other news related to what we could be seeing on the Fan First Friday. For a little bit of time, the BLM Mars, the LGY Earth, and the ZTH Tanga codes from Wave 9, their pages were active on Amazon Canada, but then they were taken down, and now they're back up again as of the 4th. So they went back up on February 4th after being gone for at least a week or two. I don't remember exactly when I noticed that they stopped working. But I did notice, though, when they came back, that instead of being listed for June 1st releases, they were listed as July 1st releases. So that could lend some idea to the fact that maybe they've been pushed to July. Maybe that's just kind of be a placeholder date. Maybe that's just a security date if they can't make a June 1st release or something like they're supposed to be. So that was just something to keep in mind. I don't think there's really too much to read into that yet, but it is interesting that they reactivated the pages, because that kind of lends more credence to the idea that they could be going up for pre-order in the next week. So I'll continue to keep an eye on those, and of course you can follow Lightning Fig PR on Twitter. If anything does pop up for those, I will be sure to bring that up as soon as I catch it or anything like that. And then it's just a little last piece of housekeeping stuff in relation to listings or whatever. There was a fake image floating around on Instagram yesterday. I had a couple people tag me in it. It was a fake image for a Mighty Morphin Black Ranger helmet. It was a very convincing fake, I will admit. I posted on my Twitter knowing it was likely a fake, but still wanted to just get people's input if they were curious to see it. I thought it was pretty well done, all things considered, but it was indeed a fake image. You can tell that they used, I'll put this tweet up here, you can tell that they used a overlay over the Red Ranger box, and also used the promo shots of those little legacy helmets that Bandai did back in the day. I just wanted to bring that up here real quick at the end of this episode of Lightning Storm before we get into the Lightning Strike of the Week. So for this week's Lightning Strike of the Week, this is a very special entry I wanted to cover this week because I thought it was super, super cool, and I wanted to be able to bring it up here. So you might have seen posted on Twitter earlier this week that on Etsy, you can currently buy a civilian head, an unmasked head, for your SPD A Squad Blue Ranger. So if you don't know anything about that character, In SPD, the A Squad Rangers are seen demorphed for a little bit of time, and the Blue Ranger of all of them is some weird alien walrus creature, which I believe was given the fandom name of Beevor. I don't know if that's an actual, official canon name. I think it's kind of been accepted as such, but I don't know if it's ever been officialized. But when Hasbro released the A Squad Blue Ranger figure at the end of 2020, they did not include a civilian head for whatever reason or the sort. But one of the executive producers from SPD, Greg Aronowitz, who was also heavily involved in the creature design of SPD. He helped work on the designs for like Grum and our American version of Kruger and stuff like that. He actually was one of the ones who helped design Beevor's like walrus alien looking head design. And on Etsy, he's currently selling custom Lightning Collection figure compatible Beevor heads that are hand sculpted by him and hand painted by him, and of course are really cool custom things to make it look very accurate. You would assume it's pretty accurate since he's the one who helped to create the original one back on the actual show. So you can currently buy these on Etsy, and they are in fact compatible with your Lightning Collection A Squad Blue Rangers. Only catches, they are a little pricey. I mean, it is a handmade item, so I totally get it, but they are $50 on Etsy before shipping. Although you can pay in 4 installments of like 15 something if that's a little easier on your wallet if you do want to get these. They keep going in and out of stock. I think he's putting up a couple batches at a time, so I'll leave a link in the description below for them if you do want to pick it out. Also, if you want to check out it in more detail, I ordered one, so whenever that does come in, I will be sure, 100% be sure, to do a video here on Toku Topic so you can see how it looks, because I didn't want to pass up this really cool opportunity, even if it was a little pricey. So once again, I'm going to leave that in the description below because I think that's a really cool thing, especially to come from the guy who was involved with it from the beginning of that season anyway. That's going to be a special piece to have. So if you want to get your hands on one of those, if Hasbro never does it officially, then this would be a really cool substitute to have in for your collection. So wanted to make sure that I brought that up here. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching this week's episode of Lightning Storm. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. Of course, you can, like, comment, subscribe, all of that classic YouTube stuff. Thank you all for this continued support here on this series. And, of course, let me know down in the description below if you do think we are going to get a Fan First Friday on February 12th. JC's track record seems to be pretty good at this point, so I don't see why that wouldn't be happening. And do you think it's likely that we'll see Lightning Wave 9 in Monsters Wave 2? Do you think we'll only see one or the other? Do you think we'll see more than that? Let me know what you guys think down there below. And of course, you can follow me on Twitter at 2 different places, at Living Ranger Key or at LightningVigPR for all things Lightning Collection related. And check out a new video on my channel tomorrow that will have nothing to do with Lightning Collection, but it is going to be Power Rangers related. That'll be coming out probably, I think it's around 8 p.m. or so tomorrow night when that will be dropping, so be sure to check that one out as well. And guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next week's episode of Lightning Storm on Fan First Friday or on Saturday or whenever that may be, when lightning always strikes twice. I'll see you later.